I mean, I get in a lot of trouble for that with my wife. She's like, apparently British people invented everything.
Welcome to Defend Yourself. Today's contestant is Tom Payne of The Walking Dead and Prodigal Son is here to spill the tea.
What I'm drinking right now is coffee, which has crumbled up pieces of chocolate.
Interesting. He's here to spill the coffee with chocolate in it? Okay. And tell us about the one that got away.
I'm not sure if we would have gotten married.
And, more importantly, the part that got away.
It's not gonna work out. I'm not that guy.
Ready? Which would you prefer? A zombie apocalypse or finding out your father is a serial killer?
Oh God. God, that's actually really hard. Okay, which one would I prefer? I would prefer a zombie apocalypse.
Defend.
Zombie apocalypse is outside of myself, and I can deal with it in a very controlled and much simpler way, I think, which is just physical and not emotion. My father being a serial killer means that I have to question lots of things about myself and who I might be.
Which is more iconically British, Bridgerton or The Crown?
Oh, that's easy. The Crown.
Defend.
Funnily enough, I have seen Bridgerton, but I haven't watched The Crown because it's about the royal family, who are the most British people in England. And it's also based off of real history. Bridgerton is an Americanized version of England, unfortunately. It has modern music. It's a bit more TV-light. And The Crown is much more serious. Well, Bridgerton is actually filmed in Bath, where I'm from. So there are locations in Bridgerton which are still there, which you can go and look at and marvel at. And it's very nice to see my hometown on screen. Because I auditioned for one of the parts. The big heartthrob punk guy. But I'm not tall enough. I mean, basically, if I go in for any of those parts where it's supposed to be, and all the girls formed over here, they're like, I'm not tall enough, guys. It's not going to work out. I'm not that guy. You can't walk into the room and look up at anyone, I don't think. Like, it's just not going to work for that kind of character.
Best British export, Spice Girls or One Direction?
Oh, wow. That's interesting. I would say the Spice Girls.
Defend.
My wife is like a huge Spice Girls fan because they were like about female empowerment and get out there and be yourself and do what you want to do. And I feel like in that regard, they had a much bigger impact on society than One Direction, who fundamentally were just another boy band. And I would have loved One Direction. I'm a bit too old for them now, but I would have wanted to be in One Direction pretty badly.
Which is better, tea or coffee?
I tell you what I'm drinking right now. So, coffee. What I'm drinking right now is coffee that I've made in my fancy stove-top Italian coffee maker, which has crumbled up pieces of chocolate that I had left over because I don't have any sugar.
Not including that weird chunky chocolate stuff. Defend.
I was like, what can I put in this to like sweeten it? And I put half a bar of chocolate in it, which is kind of a success. I'm not sure. It's looks a bit oily, but I'm drinking it because I wanted some coffee.
It's Judgment Day. Who would you rather be judged by? Paul Hollywood or Simon Cowell?
That's a good question. Paul Hollywood.
Defend.
He's actually judging you, and Simon Cowell is just making entertainment. Like, he's judging you, but he's trying to be entertaining about it. Whereas Paul Hollywood is actually tasting what you've made and making an actual judgment based on things that are real.
You can quarantine with Olivia Colman or Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Who do you pick?
I think Olivia.
Defend.
I think Olivia is more settled into everything right now because she's been around for a while and she's done all these different things. And I feel like Phoebe is doing everything right now. And I think Phoebe's life is like a lot of stuff right now. And I think it would be quite stressful to be with Phoebe. I mean, I don't know that, but I would imagine that there's a lot going on in her life right now. So I think it might be quite stressful to live with her. I don't know though. I mean, I'm quite a calm person and I like to keep it that way. And Jennifer and I at home are both very like, we're not all over each other all the time. Like, what are you doing? What's going on? Like, we're just like, you can be on that side of the house and I'll be on this side of the house and we'll coexist peacefully. I think quarantine, the major period of quarantine that we had during the middle of last year was a big thing for a lot of people who were in relationships to see how their relationships would handle it and whether it was a good idea. And we got married at the end of ours, so I think it was okay.
So do you think Olivia Colman and you would have gotten married?
I mean, if Jennifer wasn't in my life, I'm not sure if we would have gotten married. I think we'd be best friends at this point, definitely. Okay, so I just defended myself. Let me know if you agree with my opinions or if you hate me now. And don't forget to tune into Prodigal Son every Tuesday on Fox.
But what do you think? Defend yourself in the comments below.